Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Fernando Rivera Jr. here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict. Yes, this guy with the common sense and random shit show, because it has been a shit show, and it still will be as long as TDS exists. Let's be real. Everything that's wrong with this country has to do with Trump, but not the way you think. It's the Trump derangement syndrome. Yes, what does that have to do with the evil ones and their minions? Because they all have TDS. Let's be real. No matter what Trump does, he's bad. No matter how good he does, he's bad. And it isn't just politicians that say it. It's the liberal media, the minions, as I call them. They're all evil. Just saying. I mean, seriously. You remember the joint session of Congress where Trump spoke and that one person clapped. Not one person stood up for anything good that was said in that room. It's disgusting. This is one of the reasons the walkaway campaign exists. Well, not one of them, but I'm sure a lot of people definitely walked away after that. Just saying. But anyway, let's get to it. Happy Monday. Yes, I'm off today for the rest of the day. Not sure what I'm doing myself. Yesterday I had a rough day. Mechanic kind of didn't come through for me, so I had to do the work myself. I am not a mechanic. I'm gonna be honest. Not that I can't figure stuff out, especially now in this day and age with the technology. But getting my hands dirty, I'm not a very good person of getting my hands dirty and doing stuff on a car. But I did it myself and I fixed it. It was a coolant hose that was a pain in the ass to get to, and yes, I got injured, but it's fixed. My car's fixed. I don't need no mechanic. I don't need no stinking mechanic, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's go to the first video. Savati, one of the channels I like to share. This is perfect. It's actually about one of my favorite people to hate. Yes, this person hates. I'm an ex-convict. Come on. Just saying. And I hate her. And then some.
Entire day side is just like CNN. It's just straight ahead news. It is not ideological. And they would actually I had a day side show and I got in trouble for doing things they thought were too ideological because they were like, this is daytime. You're supposed to be just straight ahead news. At night, it is their editorial position that it is liberal. It is Rachel Maddow and is very liberal. And now that's moved up to 4 p.m., right? It's Nicole Walls, who's not liberal, by the way. She's just a sane, normal Republican. So you're sort of sane, normal Republican all the way to liberal. You know, I don't think Ari Melber is particularly liberal. It just gets more and more liberal as you get later down the thing. And then, Stephanie Ruhle, she's a finance lady, but she's just normal and sane, right? So I don't see it as and the second reason is you're not allowed to lie. Like we couldn't get on there and just say.
Because you could be sued, yeah.
Well, not only that, we had standards and practices department. We'd be dragged into a standards and practices and legal meeting. We'd be fired. You can't lie.
Oh, really?
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus. The virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else.
This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
You're not allowed to lie.
So I just want to ask you yes or no. At any point in your life, have you served 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, working at a McDonald's? Yes or no? That's it.
I have.
Okay. Now the other job.
But it was not a small job. Like I did the fries. I mean,
She never worked at McDonald's. She said she stood over those French fries when they were being fried, and it was so Tough work. She never worked there. She's a liar. She's a liar.
The Des Moines Register is out with a brand new poll conducted by J.N. Selzer's firm. This, as you know, is the gold standard of polling in Iowa.
Gold standard of polling in Iowa.
And it shows Vice President Harris with a 3-point lead over Donald Trump in that state.
The next day.
Just a quick update from NBC News, Steve. Now projecting that Donald Trump has won the state of Iowa. That's going to be 6 electoral votes, and this one got a lot of attention in the last couple of days.
A lot of attention over the weekend.
Because of that Seltzer poll, which showed Harris up 3.
Yep, and she's not. so we can get off the roller coaster, and everybody that was focusing on that can go back to focusing on actual vote count. I mean, that was an outlying poll. There's a lot of respect for Seltzer in the polling community, so a lot of people took it very seriously. Clearly, there was some kind of glitch in the data there, or something changed in the last 24 hours.
We had standards and practices department. We'd be dragged into a standards and practices and legal meeting. We'd be fired. You can't lie.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not, generally speaking, unruly.
And the last thing I'd ever do is lie to you.
And the last thing that I would ever do is lie to you.
These people are sick. They're sick. They're bad people.
There is a cost to us as a news organization to knowingly broadcast untrue things. We are here to bring you the news.
You know, as I was putting that video together, I was trying to do a different effect. I couldn't change that slow. For some reason, I wanted it to go faster because I cannot stand that woman's face. Yes. Hate that man-looking person. Anyway, the evil ones and their minions, liberal media, their minions, they will say anything, no matter what it is, to cater to the ones above them, the evil ones, the Democrats, lip turds, whatever you want to call them. These people right there, you see them? All of them, they're evil. There's more, but that's the main ones. Every single one. Every single one. Trust me, there's more. Now, what kills me is there's people that comedians, actors, that I actually enjoy. Excuse me. Okay. What just happened? Sorry. All right. I left my bag at one of my jobs Saturday, which has my mouse. So I'm using the pad on the computer, and it's not the easiest thing when you're trying to maneuver this thing. But anyway, actors, comedians, whatever it may be, there are a lot of them that I used to love. I used to enjoy watching them. And, sometimes I'll still put their political beliefs aside and watch them because they're good. But this guy I haven't seen. I don't even recognize him, to be honest. He's older. But what do you think he gets this stuff? He doesn't just make this shit up. This is from Ridiculousity, one of the channels, another channel I follow. And I just put the main important part to it, cut the headlines out, because you got to watch this shit and listen.
You are Canadian,
I
but
am
you
Canadian,
live,
yes.
And you work in the States.
I've been in the U.S. for 30 years on a green card.
You are ready to be deported.
Yeah, and likely not to Canada. That never seems to be on the menu. If they could deport people to 1938 Germany, they would. You have this whole division of Americans. It's some sort of a new sub-breed of American called MAGA, and they just hate whoever they're told to hate. So all these people are suddenly hating Canada. I'm sure they don't know anything about Canada. I'm sure they couldn't find it on a map.
You are a douchebag.
I worry about anyone with brown skin in this country right now. We've seen citizens being beaten savagely by unidentified thugs wearing masks. It really is, how do you keep people distracted and angry enough to support fascism? Like if Hitler were alive today, he'd go, oh my God, they're good.
That's right. A douchebag.
If they could deport people to 1938 Germany, they would. MAGA, they just hate whoever they're told to hate.
Bruh. Do you believe this shit? Where do you think all these people with their TDS gets their stuff from? From the minions. The liberal media, the minions. I've mentioned before, I had TDS. And it was because of the liberal media. No one else. I didn't care about politics. I didn't care of policies. I didn't care what went on. Taxes. I didn't care. I did almost 10 years in prison. When I got out, I didn't give a shit about politics. But I know what's right and wrong. Or right and left. I do now. Which the left is wrong at everything. I mean, come on. Let's be real. Should I give you examples? No. All you gotta do is look up shit, and you'll know. But yeah. Let's go to this next video, which I think is hilarious. The real Cracker Barrel.
Change is
Commercial,
hard. So is a poop after a hard night of drinking. That's why we're taking our familiar country store brand, the Cracker Barrel, to the next level. Introducing the Karen Barrel. You heard me, we're still doing this crap. Out with the old, in with the new. The Karen Barrel was made to appease to the modern audience, whoever the hell that is. A subreddit or something, I don't frickin' know. Now you and your family can enjoy a hot piping meal under the scrutiny of bored housewives who hate your guts. Gone are the live, laugh, love days. Now it's get in, eat your slop, and leave, you filthy incels. Our restaurant sports a new look. Look at this. The picture is stunning and brave. Born out of countless hours of focus-tested Karens. The Karen Barrel is America's new restaurant. We've removed the nostalgia of our racist, musty old gift shop and replaced it with wigs and rows of boxed wine. No need to ask where the manager is. You'll be supplied with a frightening supervisor at your own table, judging you and waiting any second to cancel you over whether you order the country steak or the Trump fries. I mean, come on, if the CEO of our company doesn't screen Karen, I don't know what does. So forget tradition. Embrace Karenism. The Karen Barrel. 2016 was like 11 years ago and we're still doing this shit. Eat up or we're calling the manager. Man, this is so stupid. I just want something to crash into the planet, like literally asteroid, just destroy the entire planet. Anyway, don't eat a Cracker Barrel alone. I gotta check out. Damn.
You know, it's funny. Let's be real. Remember this shit? Remember all this shit? This is why it cracked me up that this cancel shit's still going on. It really does. I don't get it. That's kind of one of the reasons I woke up, the real woke. When I started seeing this dumb shit going on, my wife, like I said, she saved one of the Aunt Jemima. One of my coworkers just the other day said he got a bunch of Uncle Ben stuff, and with the actual Uncle Ben's face. Cancel culture. I mean, seriously, why? Racism doesn't exist, but if you talk about it, I don't know. Of course it does. You make it real, evil ones. I'm just saying, and your minions. And yeah, just saying.
Hi, I'm a Democrat.
And I'm a Republican.
One of us makes stupid policies, and the other makes evil policies.
That much is true.
But now we want to bring America into a new era of bipartisanship.
We recognize your shortcomings, and now we want to work together.
By combining our stupidity with our evil, we can bring America real change.
Yes, we can.
We are now ready to move America into a new era of stupid evil policies.
Finally, change we can agree on.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying all Republicans are saints or good. They're not. There are rhinos in there. There are some other politicians. I mean, it's politicians. Let's be real. I'm a big Trump fan because Trump is not a politician. He's a billionaire real estate mogul who decided to run for president and fix the nation. And he's not just fixing the nation. He's trying to fix the world because honestly, if the world is at peace, we're at peace. We don't have to worry about shit. When was the last time a president did all this? But yet, he's Hitler. I don't get it. Anyway, let's go to some good stuff here. I saved some bookmarks. And it is my favorite part of the show because there is some shit you find on X, I gotta say. Evil, huh? They're not evil. This is Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signing the bill to legalize, excuse me, let me get this out of the way, killing babies and abortions up to birth. Democrats are a sick, evil, demonic group of people. This is August 6th. And the people are, oh, that's it. Let's talk again. Who's not evil?
It is law.
Yeah, you're happy as shit. Democrats are just evil. I hope the Trump administration takes them all down. Dem leader Trump, listen to this.
What I've suggested is now, because he's the nominee for the party, and he's entitled to briefings from the CIA, for example. I said publicly, give him fake briefings. Pretend you're briefing him. Don't tell him anything that you don't want to get out.
But as a Republican nominee, isn't he entitled to get those briefings?
Give him fake briefings.
What does that even mean?
It means they'll tell him stuff. He won't know the difference.
You're basically telling the intelligence community to lie to him.
No, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, but I just don't have to tell you everything. What I've suggested.
See what I'm saying? They are evil. Former Democrat exposes the party's wicked plans, says they are the most evilest organization on the planet, and I believe it. What does this guy have to say? Hold on, let me rewind this. I don't have my mouse, so this got a little hard.
Hey there, it's Stephen Gardner. I just finished one of the craziest interviews I've ever done, and I'm worried that it's going to get suppressed or taken down. So I'm going to ask a favor. Will you please give this video a like, because it tells YouTube to spread it to other people? Will you also share this on Twitter and Facebook and other social media? We have to get this message out. And then please leave a comment down below. What do you think about this former Democrat's inside information and his thoughts on how to change America? Now sit back and enjoy. I think you're going to love this interview. This last video with Vince got over 750,000 views, almost 100,000 likes. He absolutely made my mind explode. He opened my eyes to many things, and we're going to go through even more today. Vince, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Oh, man, it was a pleasure. We had a blast the last time. I'm going to try to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. So as of right now, I think you are the second highest video view with Tucker Carlson in the interview that you guys did. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Why do you think Tucker Carlson allowed you to come on and open the eyes of all of his viewers to some of the shenanigans of the Democrat Party?
Well, Tucker knows me very well, and Tucker knows I'm not going to do any shucking and jiving. I'm going to tell the truth, and I can back all my truth up with facts. I'm not one of these guys that's going to come out there with emotion and screaming and yelling and tap dancing. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is very, very plain. The Democratic Party is perpetually the evilest organization in the history of the world. Right now, it's presently controlled by a cabal of perverts, liars, psychopaths, and anti-Christian bigots. It was part of slavery from 1860 to 1860, from 1800 to 1860. The part of the Confederacy from 1860 to 1865. The part of Jim Crow from 1865 to 1965. Now it's a part of Marxism, socialism, abortion up to the 9th month, transgenderism. All they do is meditate on blood. And when you go around the country and look at the places where they rule, it's all nothing but crime and poverty and homelessness. It's horrible. And I just tell it like it is. The Democratic Party is evil. We need to run them out. And I bring people's attention to the fact that they try to say they're the friend of the black community. They're not. They've been the black community's greatest enemy since their inception. They were Nazis 150 years before the Nazis were Nazis. They created racism, and they still live by it. So we have to wake people up, and when people hear the truth, it's amazing how they respond to it.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw this, but Charlemagne de God said that he is having a hard time scaring the black community into continuing to.
You know my opinion on this if you've watched my videos for a while. Charlemagne the God. Any individual that involves the God in his name is a piece of shit. I mean, seriously? Talk about grandiose ideas in your little brain. The God. Okay? Piece of shit.
Hey there, it's.
Yeah, can't stand that guy. And you have to be a liberal, of course. The Democratic Party has told young white men that they're evil and that they are the problem for years. They have lost that demographic for a generation.
Is toxic. If a man tries to explain something, he's mansplaining. Well, it's not really rocket science why young men are leaving the Democratic Party in droves, because the Democratic Party can't even define what a man is. They say masculinity is toxic. If a man tries to explain something, he's mansplaining, right? If a man sits too comfortably, suddenly he's manspreading. There's always this negative lean to everything about being a man on the left, and they continue to denigrate faith, family, conservative values, everything in between, and men are fleeing and leaving in droves. All they want are men and women's sports, open borders, the transing of children. They want kids exploited for child labor in California, as we just saw recently with Gavin Newsom. Men have this desire to protect their home and their homeland. That's not welcome on the left.
You can see that on screen. 52% of Gen Z men are trending right. Really quick,
Smartening up. The awakening. I'm just saying. Look deep into these eyes. They are pure evil and lack any soul. Same as the party they represent. Today's Democratic Party is the most evil to ever exist in the world. Yeah, that says it all. It's like something out of a scary movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't like not having my mouse. What is this? Liberal blames the parents of the Texas flood victims and you for not voting Kamala. This is probably, I'm sure this is an older video, but I gotta hear this.
It's a hard pill to swallow, huh? The fact that if you would have just voted for Kamala, that those kids in Texas and all those families in the RVs would more than likely still be alive. But instead you just made fun of her laugh while people were screaming at you that if he was voted in, people were gonna die. And look where we are. A bunch of parents who can't protect their own kids. It's a hard...
Appearance says it all. Looks like a liberal. Yeah, these are some of the many Democrats who are the most consequential enemies of America we've ever faced. And there's thousands more at every level of the illegally installed fascist Biden-Harris regime. Yep. Exactly. Not one Democrat clapped evil. You remember this? We talked about this before. You guys know.
I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Yeah, I remember Trump's first State of the Union address when he became president. Not one Democrat stood or clapped or nothing on that. They were just so nasty. God, I hate them. Let's prosecute them, throw them in prison.
I agree. Wake up. Democrats are evil, Tom McDonald. I like his stuff. But I got to hear this. This is part of his new song, I believe. Let me give it a heart first.
Anyone who's fighting to be dead again. The propaganda is on every channel. They think we stupid like the truth is just too hard to handle. But on your camo, it's a culture war and load the ammo. They want Antifa ruling everything like it's Seattle. And they want anyone who's fighting to be dead or canceled. They want rainbows in the classrooms and 15 different bathrooms and white guys to hate black dudes. They want war, they don't want peace. They want fentanyl in our streets. They want borders to be weak. I swear the devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just built us different.
Yeah. It sounds good. You know, yeah, I'm not as fan as I used to be. But yeah, I'm still good. I'm still like him. And what he's saying, just saying, Mama Jules at 106. years young is stating the facts and calling out the evil Democrats. Love your glasses, mama. 106.
A dead body was found in Obama's house. It was his chef. He found naked and dead. Cocaine was found in the White House with the Biden family. Male prostitute was found in Pelosi's house. An illegal server was found at the Clinton house. But they raided President Trump's house. Go figure. God bless you, President Trump. Follow me for more videos, and I love you dearly.
That's cute as hell. 106 people. Okay. Why fix something if it ain't broke? Now it's going broke. Great song. Hold on a second, I hear this.
Calvin Klein said being morbidly obese was cool. Then Nike used a man in leggings to sell women's clothes. They must think we're fools. Go woke, go broke. That's what they say. Try selling folks what they don't want. You'll find there's hell to pay. If you ask me, you should keep your politics to yourself, and we'll both have a better day. Greedy banks lecturing me about DEI. Are they for real? And some whack jobs named Ben and Jerry want me to boycott Israel. It's enough to make you reach for a beer, but Bud's woke too. Next they'll call it the Queen of Beers. Guess this Bud ain't for you. Go woke, go broke. Different company, different day. Sell liberal insanity, and you'll see that business plan don't pay. Best Foods don't want your opinions on Trump. Just want mayo for my sandwich, that okay? Why, oh, why do brands insist on committing suicide? Cracker Barrel, you could left me on the logo and just let it ride. Hey, Wall Street, God, politics, and sex ain't your business. So do me a favor and stay the heck out of mine. Go woke, go broke. That's what they say. Had enough of your brand sermonizing like yesterday. Stick to selling your screens, beans, and widget machines. Oh, and did I mention Sydney Sweeney has great genes?
I have to keep listening to that. I don't know why. Has a little tune to it. Teacher says she's no longer teaching this year because she couldn't refer to transgender students with their preferred names and pronouns to affirm their trans identity behind their parents' backs. Rewind this. I want to listen to this dumbass.
Enter to the scene the admin we're going to name Larry. Larry is once again an insecure, incompetent, middle-aged white man. We are going to name this trans student Millie. Millie's parents have found...
Okay, yeah, I can't listen to this dumbass. These are the people that I ain't worth shit. I'm saying, start the arrest. If I'm indicted, I'll take half of DC with me. Actually, I'll be sending half of DC with you. Yeah. The dividing line in America is no longer between right or left. The choice is between normal and crazy or crazy. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Trans student in Portland wins gold in the girls 400-meter varsity race. Why is this still happening? Portland. Yeah, this is what you want for your daughters? Just some dude to beat them? Crush their dreams? That's not evil. This is not a safe space for MAGA. If you don't want me to attack you, don't effing make a comment. Really? Oh, look, the purple hair.
This is not a safe space for MAGA. Not at all. Not safe. If you don't want me to attack you, don't fucking make a comment. You guys are so fucking blind and so fucking hateful that it is making everyone hateful.
Oh.
Fuck off. Do not comment on my shit. You suck. You are the scum of the earth. You're below the scum of the earth. And for when any one of you maggots that do comment, I'm going to automatically report it. Automatically. I'm going to fucking flag it. Go ahead, give me a try. I'm not even going to fucking read what it says, even if it's, oh, I'm sorry, you're a little upset, or even something that's semi-nice. I am reporting it. So fuck off. This is not this is not.
All you gotta do is laugh. That's the best laugh. That's, you know what? That's the best weapon right there. Just point and laugh. Point and laugh. They're a bunch of idiots. Liberal white woman says she's going to start being racist towards white people.
Really is dead. I'm calling every white person who annoys me out in public a cracker ass from now on. If woke really is dead, I'm calling every white person who annoys me out in public a cracker ass from now on.
People evil, man. Con World. 3 lives lost, 1.6 million signatures for the killer. Let that sink in. Over 1.6 million signed Punjabi youth petition to free illegal U-turn trucker. You believe this shit? How is this not evil? Great job, Texas. Adios, losers. I didn't see this yet. Love it. Of course, I muted the music for obvious reasons. F these race-baiting losers. TDS. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm not even going to say. I forgot I saved that. Cracker Barrel has an early bird special, 4 to 6 daily, primetime dining for Florida seniors, usually packed. Thought I'd swing by and take a pic. Good job, Mega. Love you guys. Just saying. Anyway, let me get out of here. It really is hard to control this thing with this little thingy. All right. Now, let's talk. TDS. TDS is the cause of it all. You hate Trump? You're going to be evil. You're going to do stuff. You're going to say stuff. You're going to act the fool, the idiot. As I said, I had TDS, but I'd never lost my mind. Show me videos of any conservative, Republican for that matter. It's not the same thing, but losing their shit like this. Saying evil things, saying idiotic things. Please show me. I want to see it. If you do, and they claim they're Republican, they're a rhino. Let's be real. Republican in name only. It is what it is. And as I said, TDS is the cause of everything. It really is. Hold on a second. And this is another video put together by Ridiculousity. Check it out.
Mr. President, it's too much. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
Trump was right.
They suffer from a thing called TDS. Do you know what that is? Yes. TDS It's a horrible, horrible terminal disease.
Republican lawmakers in Minnesota want to, here in the state, add Trump derangement syndrome as an official mental illness.
Tonight, Trump derangement syndrome. Bernie says it's an epidemic right now. He joins us from Miami.
This bill defines the Trump derangement syndrome as an acute onset of paranoia in otherwise normal persons that is in reaction to the policies and presidencies of Donald J. Trump.
Trump derangement syndrome, you know what that is?
Trump derangement syndrome has people believing that Donald Trump is Hitler. To people with Trump derangement syndrome, Donald Trump is more terrifying than cancer.
It's a great honor. I had a disease named after me. Trump derangement syndrome.
It destroys the mind. It destroys the mind before the body, but the body eventually goes. TDS is Trump derangement syndrome. They have it at levels. They can't even stand their life. They can't stand anything.
You crazy lunatic 70-year-old man, baby.
Learn to see the sickness.
You need to stop acting like a mean girl.
Now, I'm going to say this again. Puerto Rican American here. American. Puerto Ricans are Americans. You don't like it? You already know. Anyway, yeah, Puerto Rican American. One thing I can't stand more than anything other than Democrats, liberals, is Hispanic liberals. Hispanic Democrats. Drives me nuts, especially not Puerto Rican ones. Non-Puerto Ricans. You know, Puerto Ricans, we're Americans, so we don't have nothing to flee from other than who was running Puerto Rico before, Democrat. Just saying. We now have a Republican office, conservative. Let's see where that goes. She already started. She started off on a good foot, banning, cutting wee-wees off of little kids and transgender surgeries for anyone under 21. That's a big step. A lot of states don't have this, even Republican states. But all these other countries that are communists or have dictatorships or whatever you want to call it, and they flee their country for a better life and come here, if they're still Democrats, I don't get it. Most liberal, I'm going to say almost all, there is no knowingly successful Hispanic that isn't liberal, if you know what I mean, financially. Most are liberals. Most there, because they're just, it is how it is. And then there are some who aren't, who waking up, who smarten up. Some politicians, a lot of politicians actually, some lawyers that know the shit. But most Democrats that are Hispanic or Puerto Rican for that matter, they're just comfortable. They're not hardcore liberals. There isn't. This is one of the reasons you don't see Puerto Rican lives matter or Hispanic lives matter, because we're smarter than that. We're not as stupid as most of you who have TDS and let it infect your life. You guys are miserable. You're miserable. How? I don't understand how you live that way and how you like to live that way. But it's whatever. Your downfall. TDS will be your downfall. So keep doing what you guys are doing, evil ones and your minions in the liberal media. Because next year it's going to be a red, ridiculous tidal wave. And I don't think you guys will ever get back in power. I'm just saying. It is. That was crazy. Anyway, peace out, everyone. Later. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Subscribe, like, share, whatever.